Welcome to Amsterdam. It's great to have you here for the second time this festival, and it's fantastic that I can start this festival with awarding the first award. I think me and my fellow judges are the lucky ones. We're not in a crit room. We are the only team to really get to see the projects, to smell, to touch, to listen, and to watch. We were driven around yesterday on a very nice sunny day, and with a mixed team from landscape, lighting, architecture, and art, I think we had plenty to discuss. The projects couldn't have been more different. A duplex on a tiny plot, a self-built home for an interior stylist, a residential tower near the railway track, and a huge transformed commercial building that listened to the disputable nickname Monkey's Rock. All projects were exemplary on what design can do, what it can do for livability, for sustainability, and for lovability. Our morning started at Freebooter by Gigi Loop. 2 small apartments with a lovely view over the water. This was a prefabricated CLT building with an open structure. Around a small core, all the different spaces connected to each other. And the jury thought that gave the house a lightness and made it very playful. And the natural elements also made it very comfortable and also important, affordable. It was one idea, executed in every detail, although you could also say that the design was a bit intense. The second project was by 70F Architecture, and that took us to Eiburg, where the city has been creating islands since the 90s of the last century. There was one of the last self-built plots to be filled in. This house was perfectly tailored to a family with twins. The interior was outspoken and modest at the same time. And as open as the first building was, this house looked more like a solid art piece from the outside. But with completely different means, they also managed the light to come into this house, and it was remarkable. It even gave us a glimpse of the shadow of a bicycle on the wall. The masterpiece by no means was certainly the hanging staircase, but the jury also noticed some abundance of space. The next project was Amstell Tower, a 100-meter hotel and residential tower by Powerhouse. This elegant and slender-shaped tower turned towards the light, but also was designed to shed as little shadow as possible on the surroundings. It was a very challenging brief, next to the train and bus station, but the project managed to integrate intelligently. We were, of course, taken to the top floor for a stunning view. The tower only has smaller apartments to serve, as they say, the younger generation. But we have to say, that younger generation only comes in when they don't have a younger person's wallet. Finally, we saw the transformation of Rivierstraat by MVSA. This building of Maaskant was as much loved as it was hated when it was first built. The architects studied the stacked volumes in depth. They added some volumes and opened the building inside and out. Originally, it was out of shape with its surroundings, but the building now seems to fit very well. The addition of a green patch on the side of the building certainly added to this. So the Monkey's Rock is now the neighborhood's pride. And the jury is sorry that the architects didn't get to do the interior of the building as well. Seeping through all projects, we saw the challenges that Amsterdam, and I think similar cities all around the world, are facing. Since real estate, as Paul also mentioned, has become primarily a money or an investment instead of a building with a distinct function, we see that space is becoming rare. Apartments get smaller, And a clever organization of space is needed. But even then, lower income or bigger families don't really fit in. And I'll take you through the news of the last 2 weeks in Amsterdam, because we had several items in the newspaper, and it announced that a school was closing for a week because of lack of teachers. And a ward of the hospital was moving because of lack of staff. And the police was shrinking, not because of budget, but because there are not enough people. And also artists are struggling. So, and I think, and we think as a jury, that a city can't live without those people. And this is, of course, a problem of society that we're facing. It's not a problem of architects. We saw how all architects tried and showed us different solutions. But as a jury, we wanted more. We also wanted a glimpse of the future. So we selected a project winner because of its intelligence with current issues, because of the smiling faces that we saw in the place, but also because it deserves to be developed further. So the first award of the festival is going to Freebooter. Congratulations!
Thank you.
That's your prize. Congratulations, Annika.